Hello. If you are listening to this right now, I'm guessing your day is technically over, but your mind didn't really get the memo. And honestly, that's okay. You don't have to fight it tonight. You don't have to force yourself to relax. You don't have to solve anything. Just being here is enough. I don't know what kind of day you had, but if you ended up clicking on something like this, I'm going to guess you are tired. Tired in a very specific way. Like your body is ready to sleep, but your mind is still sending up, still pacing around, still bringing up random things you didn't ask to think about. Conversations, mistakes, awkward moments, things you didn't say, things you said too much. It's like your brain suddenly decides bedtime is the perfect time to open every tab at once. What makes it worse is that it can feel so personal, like you're the only one who can't shut it off. Like everyone else can just fall asleep normally. And you're stuck replaying your entire existence in the dark. But I promise you that this is more common than it feels. This is what happens when you've been carrying all that pressure for too long. Your mind gets addicted to being on, and silence starts to feel weird, almost unsafe. And I've noticed something about nights like this. Nights has a way of exposing what we've been carrying without even realizing it. The day ends, everything gets quiet, and suddenly your thoughts get louder. Not because you're weak, not because you're dramatic, but because there's no distraction left. There's no job, no messages, no movement. It's just you and the things you've been avoiding. They finally have enough space to show up. And when your mind starts doing this, it's it's easy to assume it's trying to ruin you, like it's sabotaging you. But I don't actually think that's what it's doing. To me, it feels like your mind is trying to protect you in the only way it knows how. It thinks that if it stays alert, if it stays prepared, if it keeps reviewing everything, then you will be safe. It treats peace like a risk. Like if you stop thinking for even a second, something will slip through. So instead of fighting your thoughts tonight, try something new. Try something else. Just watch them. Let them show up. Let them pass. But don't reach. Don't react. Without reacting. Without judging. Without treating each thought like it means something. Because most thoughts at night are not deep truth. They're not prophecy. They're not warnings. They're just another part of your energy, mental momentum, your nervous system still moving, even though the day is done. Sometimes I think people don't actually struggle with sleep, they struggle with closure. Like the day ends, but nothing really feels complete. You didn't do enough. You didn't become who you wanted to today. You didn't fix what you promised what you would fix. And your mind wants a clean ending, wants a conclusion. It wants the satisfaction of a solved story. But you and I both know that real life doesn't work like that. It leaves things unfinished all the time. That also makes sense. The world is constantly moving. So does our mind. So your mind tries to force closure by replaying everything. Like if it like if it loops enough, it will finally understand what went wrong. And that's where it becomes brutal. Because your mind can turn into a courtroom. You're then you are the one on the stand. Your mistakes are presented like evidence. Your failure feel larger than they actually were. And the judge sounds exactly like you. And that is the scariest part. It's not an outside voice, it is your own. But here's something I want to say clearly: you don't have to earn sleep, you don't have to deserve rest. You can be imperfect and still rest. You can be behind and still rest. You can be messy and still rest. Rest is not a reward for being a perfect person, it's a basic human right. It's what you get for being a human. So if your mind keeps throwing thoughts at you tonight, try not to argue them back. Don't wrestle them. That just makes them stronger and more interested. Instead, try to treat them like distant sounds, like rain you can hear far away, or like a car passing on the road you're not on. They're there, but they don't need your attention. And here's a line I want you to keep in your head. It's simple, but I think it will work. A thought is not a task. Just because you thought about something doesn't mean you need to act on it right now. Just because you remembered something awkward doesn't mean you need to relive it. Just because your brain brought up a worst case scenario doesn't mean it's real. A thought is just a thought. And if you're anything like me, sometimes the hardest nights aren't even about tomorrow. They're about today, about the small moments, the tiny regrets, the subtle embarrassments nobody else noticed but you. Things that didn't go how you wanted to. Most of them don't matter in the big picture, but they echo really loudly in your own head because you were there. You felt it. So tonight, if those thoughts show up again, try to respond with something gentle and final, not aggressive, not dramatic, just calm. Just say, I understand. Then say, but we're done for today. I've accepted it. That's it. Like closing a book, not because everything is fixed, but because you are allowed to stop. You did what you could today. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not proudly, but you survived it. You got through it. And now you get to rest. Not because you've done becoming who you want to become, but because you're a human and your body needs sleep. Your mind needs darkness. Your heart needs quiet. This entry doesn't end with a solution, it ends with permission. If you're still awake, you can stay here. Nothing is required of you. Let your thoughts drift past you like shadows. Let your breath slow down a little bit. Let your shoulders soften. Let the night do what it's supposed to do.